Hello, young explorers. Welcome to Hamster NBC, the place where curious kids discover amazing things about our world. Here we ask big questions and find simple answers together. Every episode is a new adventure full of fun facts and surprises. So get comfortable, open your mind, and get ready to learn something new. And so, let's begin. Why do people sometimes hurt the ones they love? This question may feel strange, because love means kindness and care. But in real life, things are a little more complicated. Even people who love each other can sometimes cause pain. Imagine you play with a friend and push them too hard by accident. You did not want to hurt them, but it happened. Adults can be the same. They may say something unkind or do something wrong, not because they do not love, but because they did not think or did not notice. Sometimes people hurt others when they are angry. For example, if a person is very tired or upset, they may say rude words. Later, they may feel sorry, but in that moment, emotions are stronger. It is like when you are angry and say something you regret later. Sometimes, a person has pain inside. When someone feels sad, tired, or lonely, they may pass this feeling to others. It is like when you have a bad mood and become more irritable. Sometimes people do not know how to talk about their feelings. Instead of saying, "I feel sad" or "I feel hurt," they may get angry or stay quiet. Because of this, the other person may feel bad. Another reason is misunderstanding. People can understand the same words in different ways. For example, one person makes a joke, but the other feels hurt. No one wanted to hurt, but it still happens. Sometimes people are afraid to lose the ones they love. Because of this, they may act strange, feel jealous, check too much, or get upset for no reason. They want to keep love, but their actions can hurt. Sometimes people do not see that they hurt others. They may be used to their words or actions and not understand that it is painful for someone else. That is why it is important to listen and notice other people's feelings. It is important to remember that hurting others is not good, but it happens. The most important thing is to say sorry, understand mistakes, and try not to do it again. Love is not only happiness, but also learning and growing. If someone hurts you, it is important to talk about it. Do not keep it inside. You can say, "It hurt me." Then the other person can understand. It is also important to be kind to others. Think about how your words and actions can affect people you love. This helps build warm and strong relationships. In the end, people hurt others, not because they do not love, but because they are not perfect. They can make mistakes, feel angry, or get tired. But with understanding and effort, relationships can become stronger and warmer. And now the day is slowly drawing to a close. The noise grows quieter. Thoughts slow down. And it's time for storytelling. But before we begin, let's do one small but important thing. If you enjoy learning new things, if you enjoy listening to stories before bed, and if you want to come back again, subscribe to the Hamster NBC channel and like this video. This way, you'll help us create even more kind stories and clear explanations for children all over the world. Now, get comfortable. History is waiting for you. An ox came down to a reedy pool to drink. As he splashed heavily into the water, he crushed a young frog into the mud. The old frog soon missed the little one and asked his brothers and sisters what had become of him. "A great big monster," said one of them, "stepped on little brother with one of his huge feet." "Big, was he?" said the old frog, puffing herself up. "Was he as big as this?" "Oh, much bigger," they cried. The frog puffed up still more. "He could not have been bigger than this," she said. But the little frogs all declared that the monster was much, much bigger. And the old frog kept puffing herself out more and more until, all at once, she burst. Do not attempt the impossible. A dog and a cock, who were the best of friends, wished very much to see something of the world. So they decided to leave the farmyard and to set out into the world along the road that led to the woods. The two comrades traveled along in the very best of spirits, and without meeting any adventure to speak of. At nightfall, the cock, looking for a place to roost, spied nearby a hollow tree that he thought would do very nicely for a night's lodging. The dog could creep inside, and the cock would fly up on one of the branches. So said, so done. And both slept very comfortably. With the first glimmer of dawn, the cock awoke. For the moment he forgot just where he was. He thought he was still in the farmyard, where it had been his duty to arouse the household at daybreak. So, standing on tiptoes, he flapped his wings and crowed lustily. But instead of awakening the farmer, he awakened a fox not far off. The fox immediately had rosy visions of a very delicious breakfast. Hurrying to the tree where the cock was roosting, he said very politely, "A hearty welcome to our woods, honored sir. I cannot tell you how glad I am to see you here. I am quite sure we shall become friends." "I feel highly flattered, kind sir," replied the cock slyly. "If you will please go around to the door of my house at the foot of the tree, my porter will let you in." The hungry but unsuspecting fox went around the tree, as he was told, and in a twinkling, the dog had seized him. Those who try to deceive may expect to be paid in their own coin. The mice once called a meeting to decide on a plan to free themselves of their enemy, the cat. At least they wished to find some way of knowing when she was coming, so they might have time to run away. Indeed, something had to be done, for they lived in such constant fear of her claws that they hardly dared stir from their dens. Many plans were discussed, but none of them was thought good enough. At last, a very young mouse got up and said, "I have a plan that seems very simple, but I know it will be successful. All we have to do is to hang a bell about the cat's neck. When we hear the bell ringing, we will know our enemy is coming." All the mice were much surprised that they had not thought of such a plan before. But in the midst of the rejoicing, an old mouse arose and said, "I will say that the plan of the young mouse is very good. But let me ask one question. Who will bell the cat? It is one thing to say that something should be done, but quite a different matter to do it."